Hi, and welcome to 10 Minutes to Tame a Headache. I am Andrea, and I am going to use your time wisely. So, only 10 minutes to kind of combat that feeling that comes on when you start getting a headache. And I know that there are different types of headache, right? There are tension headaches, there are sinus headaches, there are headaches that come on due to blood sugar discrepancies. And so there are lots of different types of headaches. And of course, there is the migraine, which I know that there are people that saw the title of this and they were like, no way can you tame a headache in 10 minutes because she has not dealt with headaches like I have experienced. And that might be true. There might be that there are other underlying factors that like come into effect with your headache, but I at least want to give you tools in your tool chest to try this process. In one moment, because I have kids in the background and they have decided to play with dominoes. So if you hear super funny noises in the background, guys, dominoes is not a good option. Nope. Okay, very quietly. Okay, so let's say you are starting to feel a headache coming on. The first thing that I want to be on your list, and maybe you literally make a list, maybe you take notes and you make a list of these are the things that I run through when I feel a headache coming on. The first thing is hydration. So sometimes maybe we've gotten busy, we aren't getting good hydration. So the first thing I want you to do when you start to feel a headache coming on is hydrate. Now, it's not just water necessarily. We want to make sure we're getting structured water or that the water is staying in our system or getting into our cells. So the way you can do that is to drink water with electrolytes. I like LMNT, element electrolytes, but there are other options. The easiest option is just taking a pinch of Celtic or Mediterranean or Himalayan sea salt and just putting that in your mouth or putting a little bit in your water. That's a way to kind of structure your water, get some electrolytes. You can also drink spring water, and you can drink so spring water or tea. So making tea, any plant material will structure water. So drinking chamomile tea is a really great option. Chamomile is gentle, but do not confuse being gentle with not being powerful, with being weak, because chamomile is very good for headaches, very strong and soothing. So chamomile, peppermint, ginger, those would be good herbal teas that would help you also hydrate. So hydration's the first thing. The second thing that I think is really important to do is to utilize our medicine cabinet of essential oils. So the first oils that I turn to are peppermint and frankincense. That's my go-to, and typically that will knock out almost anything I feel coming on. Now, there are other things that I'll do kind of like as it goes on, if it's starting to ramp up or if it's not working. So peppermint and frankincense are my go-to. Now, I have Supermint here today. So any of the mints really, Supermint, peppermint, bergamot mint, this is Supermint, Spearmint, I say Spearmint. So what you're going to do with your peppermint or any sort of mint is just rub it along your hairline. And we're literally using the cooling factor here. Now, there's research on this. There's tons of science on how this cooling sensation is really good for our sensory system. So we have different neurons, right, that we're dealing with. We have sensory neurons, we have motor neurons, we have modulating neurons. So when you're dealing with a headache, you are kind of playing a game of like what neurons are firing, what neurons are upset because something is tight, right? It's our muscles, it's a tension, or it's our sinuses, or like our spinal cord, something along our spinal cord. So this is just a way to actually literally soothe the muscles in that area. So first thing is peppermint on the hairline. Second thing is frankincense on the roof of your mouth. Now, this is super funky. It's very funny to try to get an oil onto the roof of your mouth. So I always, I like to use my thumb. So on your thumb, and then you put that right in the roof of your mouth. I got it on my thumb, so I'm taking it off. So that's frankincense. Frankincense is also a very, very powerful oil. It's probably our family's most used oil. It's very potent. It's really, really good for soothing all things, but specifically neurologically, it's very powerful. So helping with a headache is great. So peppermint, frankincense are kind of my go-tos. The other thing that I do really quickly is I take 2 deep blue polyphenols, and then I will continue to take 2 every so often, as if I'm not recovering, if I'm not finding relief and restoration. And deep blue polyphenol complex has frankincense, a curcuminoids complex from turmeric, ginger, green tea leaf extract, pomegranate fruit extract, grapeseed extract, and resveratrol, along with a tummy tamer extract. So sometimes our headaches can be digestive related, so that's kind of nice that they have a tummy tamer in there. But this is doTERRA's alternative to ibuprofen or Tylenol. So this is a natural pain relief. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So they're deep blue polyphenols. So those 3 things, that's like my first line of defense: frankincense, peppermint, and deep blue polyphenols. Now, as you're going throughout, I kind of like to check off a bunch of things off the list, right? So after I've done that, the next option is taking some Copaiba soft gels. So another sort of pain relief, but also really good for neurological health. And you can do them in the soft gel form, or you can also use a few oils. And I would say these oils I would massage on the bottoms of my feet or on the back of my neck. And these oils are DDR prime, which stands for DNA damage repair. DDR prime looks like this. Past tense, which I don't have here right now. Past tense is another great one for headaches. So DDR prime, past tense, and the last one is Copaiba. So those 3 I would either put on the back of my neck or on my feet. Like, you don't have to use all 3 of them. Those are just 3 options that would be good for helping to soothe headache type symptoms. Then the last couple options are, one is called a migraine interrupter. Now, these oils are not only soothing, but they have different constituents that are going to come alongside more of that intense headache when you feel that really strong headache coming on. And that is juniper berry and helichrysum. They're tiny, they're powerful, but what you would do with juniper berry and helichrysum is just put 1 to 2 drops on the back of the neck. And with all of these oils, one of the really beneficial things would be like rubbing them in your hands and breathing them in, because the more you can get deep breaths, that's really good for a headache. The more you can get fresh air. So if you're using these essential oils, great. If you can get outside, even better. Those are going to be tools in your toolbox for helping to combat a headache. Then finally, my last oil effort toward taming a headache is going to be using the Symphony of the Cells, which is a book that our family uses all the time. And this book has various symptoms on one side and various layerings of oils. But I'm going to suggest a very basic one. It's literally called Basic. And it is frankincense, tea tree, aroma touch, and peppermint. So what you would do with that is, if you had somebody that was able to give you an actual Symphony of the Cells massage, that's ideal. Like, lay down, have somebody go through the massage, and you would layer them in that order. So again, is frankincense, tea tree, aroma touch, which is our massage blend, and peppermint. So those 4 oils layered in that order is what I would do. If you don't have somebody that can give you a massage, then you can do it yourself. You can just put the oils on your hands and put them on the bottoms of your feet and on the back of your neck and breathe them. Again, we have the option of using our aromatic benefits of the oils, taking them in aromatically, but also taking them in topically. But if you do put them on topically, it's really best to dilute them with coconut oil. But sometimes, like if you're in a pinch and you're just trying to help this headache, it's okay. It's okay to use them on your skin, so long as you're using like 1 or maybe 2 drops at most, and just being cognizant of how your body is affected or influenced by the oils on your skin. So now those are the oil side of things. Like that's the order of events that I would do for oils. But there's also some physical things that you can do. And one of them is putting your feet in warm water. So making a warm water bucket, hot water bucket, and then using some Epsom salt. So you're getting some magnesium in you, some Epsom salt. And then in the Epsom salt, I would put some of those oils as options. So that could be frankincense, that could be DDR prime, that could be past tense, that could be copaiba, that could be lavender. It could be all of those, but maybe choose a couple. Then you could put that in your foot soak. So you're putting your feet in warm water and maybe even a cool cloth on your head or on your neck. So that's those are some physical options for helping the headache. Another big one that I would do pretty early on, probably when I did like my peppermint on my forehead and my frankincense in the top of my mouth, I would also splash my face with cool water. So just that shocking cold water on your face. Again, we're talking about a cooling effect. We're literally looking for the physical cooling effect on our head. Some other physical options are going to be neck cars. So that's controlled articular rotation. So that would be just literally kind of kind of making your body strong. If I can't say the word, irradiating your body. So you're standing really tensely and you're pulling your chin down to your chest. You're taking it over to one shoulder. Then you're taking the ear to that shoulder. Then you're going to make a circle with your head all the way around that feels comfortable, ear to the next shoulder, and then chin to the shoulder and around. So you would do that maybe 3 in each direction, but just that sort of like movement of the neck, movement of the head, getting the blood flow, getting things to kind of shift in there is a really great option. Another one is kind of finding that occipital lobe in here and really massaging. You can kind of make like a karate chop hand and massage right in that spot where like sometimes you feel a headache emanating. Another option would be to lay on your bed. So you're laying flat on your bed and you're pulling your head so it hangs off the edge of your bed. That it puts your head in a really nice place so that you're getting that S curve back in your neck and you're like taking some pressure off of that C1, C2. And then even in that position, you can be laying straight back, but you can also lay to the side. So you're laying on your bed and you're letting your neck hang off the side. And that gives you really nice access to being able to massage that occipital lobe in here. So feet in hot water. The other ones, the last 2 physical things that I would do to tame a headache would be puppy dog pose. So that's in yoga. Let me see if you can see me over here. So in yoga, the pose is called puppy dog. So you would be taking your hips, placing them over your knees and keeping your hips in the air and pressing your hands out, pressing your chest toward the ground. So you're keeping your hips high and you're letting your chest and head fall to the ground. So you're getting kind of this this bend in your upper thoracic spine, your back, and that can be a really nice option for, again, relieving where we have tension in kind of our shoulder blades and upper back. And then finally, there's something called foundation training or decompression breathing. So trying your best to take deep breaths and make space in your spine. So you're pulling your shoulders out, you're pulling your chest forward, you're pulling your back to the back, and you're trying to make space in like your rib cage in your chest. And that sort of space is what allows a little bit, it's called decompression breathing. And so you can look that up on YouTube. You can search that foundation training. That would be another option for a physical fight or a physical way to combat the feeling of a headache coming on. So I hope that was helpful. That is the list that I run through if I feel a headache coming on, and I have not had to use Tylenol or ibuprofen personally in probably 15 years, maybe since I was in high school, like was the last time that I thought to take a painkiller. And I've had headaches. I have dealt with headaches almost monthly. I can almost tell like based on my cycle when I'm going to get a headache. And this has always helped. These tools have always given help me find relief. And so I do have an enrollment kit. So also, does anybody have any questions? I know that I'm trying to stay in a certain amount of time, but if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. And if not, I will make an enrollment kit that includes a lot of these oils. So I'll make an enrollment kit that includes what I would suggest as like the headache blend, the headache kit. Oh, I did forget. So one roller you can make, if you want to make a roller, you can use 7 drops peppermint, 5 drops lavender, and 5 drops frankincense, and put it in a roller with fractionated coconut oil, put the top on, and that is an option. I am going to have a giveaway of that. So if you are here and you're interested in a headache roller, I will make that for you, and put your name in the chats, and I will choose a winner at random. And so I will send that to you. If you're interested in an enrollment kit with the headache options, now is a great time to get started with that, because I also have a Diamond Club promo code that would allow you to get a free diffuser, a free citrus bliss, a free adaptive roller, and a free frankincense, which is one of the oils that is in this headache protocol. So I would love to help you out with that. I will honor your time and let you go, but please get in touch with me if you're interested. Touch with me or touch with anybody that invited you to this if you're interested in getting some of these tools in your home and understanding how to better use them. Here's to combating the headaches and having less. Yay!